Hey, hello, I'm Minda the Mouse, and welcome back to Tavern Talk. In the last episode, we had visits from another dimension, and now Buyer's here. They had a room next to her, and I hope they didn't bother her. Hello. Glad to see you, Buyer. Thank you for having me. Now that. Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? So lonely, lonely, lonely. I came to ask, have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Ooh. And let's hope they'll be friends again soon. So, we can have tea parties again. And I can stop being lonely. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. That's so good that your business is thriving. I'm happy about that. Thank you for handing out my coupons. Oh, there they are. Did I hear spa? Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Whoa, I love spa. Thanks. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bug creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Pollygeist and Scott Howe. They're currently looking for entertainment and a way back home. But entertainment first, obviously. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal or something. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself's pretty rad. But we had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Move on to my spa? Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Oh yes, she's a witch. Of course. You can do that. But first, you have to visit my spa. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyway. The air here is so dry. My bog waters, especially no moisturizing. Wait, does that mean we get to go to skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh yes, absolutely! My hot springs are the best. Cool! So a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bug creature? Please say yes. We'll see. I'll first show the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, could you take a ride with them through it? Might help you with your loneliness. You think so? Yes. But please come back. No one is lonely on the ride with the Prank Masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests?
or the one through the Twilight Chasm. A place full of dread and weird fishes.
Ooh, that Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky.
I love dreams. They're so weird. Like, that one dream I had where I was my own dad. Where should I lead them, innkeeper?
A Paul Traveler just around the corner. I'm afraid they will die.
Through the lush forest of the Ashen Grove.
The way we came, not gonna lie, that's lame. But it's a quick way home.
And full dreams, Polly. Imagine how many pranks we could put on sleeping people.
That's not true. Amazing that it's settled.
Can't wait to show you my mud masks.
Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bug creature.
My name's Baya. Smiling. Then let's hit the road, Baya.
Enjoy your trip and safe travels. Goodbye, potion seller.
See ya. Goodbye, innkeeper.
I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors at least. I'm excited to hear the stories she'll tell when she gets back. I really am. Also a little scared if I'm being honest. There I go, closing down. And well, there for the day. Oh, it really just oh, we still in Act 2. I thought for some reason we were going into Act 3 now because of the interlude, but I suppose. Chapter 13. Come hell or high water. Start. Good evening, innkeeper. Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I do for you? I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that could do just that. One moment. Oh. And this one is probably the easiest one to make. Oh, damn. Ta-da! A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy! Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am, which also means I need to figure out what to do next. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless, so considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it? I never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards of all day. Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do? Well, I'd like to go on a road trip. Really? Where to? Anywhere, really. See the world, the forest, the seas. Get inspiration for my tavern. And for recipes. Stop by each of the 5 interplanar portals and see what the hype is all about. Would you go through? I'm not sure. I'm always thinking about having a picnic and a conversation nearby. Maybe a nap. I could rate them by which fruits they grow around them. Now you're making me curious. Will you send me your studies? You'll be the first to know. What would you do with immortality? I would learn everything there's to learn. Every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more. Have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so he just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. If I had the time, I would love to write all those down. I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. You should make time for that. It's your time after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. What will you do What will you do next then? I'm not sure. I was thinking about going to Ashfadel, the capital of the Magocracy. Magocracy? I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall and rivers float through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Hex really wants to stay here. He likes Fesua, Zenith, and the Ashen Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he likes the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Magogratian embassy in Suffolk. The teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Suffolk either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. He could take a ship. I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would make the distance acceptable for him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures or celebrations or funerals. You can just tell him you want to go alone. But then he'd be alone too. Just talk to him, Grace. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life, that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Please do. I love those. Did you hear about the one in Morlia near Dalval? The one with the infamous Magocracian fugitive? The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower vacant. I always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities. Oh. Can't you just teleport in? To check? You can't exactly teleport in and out of well-protected places, all willy-nilly. You might end up trapped on another plane. You might, but that's what maybe that's what happened to the wizard? Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either. Isn't that sad? A little. I don't want to disappear like that. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around. How long is that? For as long as this world will bear me. You're very easy to bear. Oh, thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while? Please, I find you truly inspiring. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. I'm counting on it. Oh! Are you already back? From your quest? Tell me about it. Hi, Innkeep. Hi, you two. A drink, please. Or two, actually. Sure thing. Actually, what name are we on right now? Well, alright, still. Fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Want to come up with a new one now then? Can I come up with one? Sure. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. He is as stealthy as a spider. That's what I was thinking. I'm nothing like a cloud. Oh, I pressed the cloud option. Well, whoops. I'm nothing like a cloud. Sounds like something a cloud would say. Hot drinks. Can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. If you can find something like that. Don't worry. Don't have to be shy about liking the drinks. You know. Sure. I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. But damn. I'm still hanging a little bit on what Grace talked about. It must be weird, the relationship between someone who can live so much longer and someone whose lifespan is that much shorter. The insane guilt you must feel for living longer than your siblings or loved ones, or the guilt from wanting to spend time alone, even though you know, like, you feel like you're taking their time with you away. You know, it's tough. I believe it's tough and scary. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Do you want to send it back? No, it's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like a cloud? Like I'm so light on my feet, I'm practically floating. I think I got something for that. A swift strike, probably. Yes. I'm glad to see that they are becoming good friends. Kumo and Fable. The usual for the usual favorite. Thank you. It's delicious as usual. That's what I like to hear. Oh, did they change their hair? I like it. Though I cannot remember it at all, but I think the compliment should go. You do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right? Kuma braided it for me. He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right? I'd appreciate that. Alright. So, what happened at the beginning? The ship to Boreas. Right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Iniko. Oh, Iniko, that's a long time since I saw them. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice. Though maybe she had traveled, or maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did you have any good advice? She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals. That must have been that must have made for a very relaxing journey. It is. It was very inspiring too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. Oh, I want to see Aurora Borealis too. I even started a new song. It isn't ready to be shared yet though. I just wanted a sneak peek. Well, you should have snuck better. A new song? Can I hear it? It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one would have but us had been there before. Kind of exciting. Very adventurous for sure. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickest rustle as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creature, we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shivering poles forming in their empty husks. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted with the shrill squeak sounds that seemed to come from right above us. It was almost idyllic. Or scary. It was mostly scary. I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so... I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. Well, they were connected and intertwined with another one. Through one of the twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. And in its midst rested a nymph! A real nymph! Ooh! You always wanted to see one. Doing taxes? She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight, being reflective of the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones, and her smile was full of kindness. She was alright, but also the only person around. So Fable asked her for directions? No, Fable asked her about everything but directions. I asked her for directions. She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift. A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song, so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return? I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back, and she'll think of what she needed a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition. So maybe for that? Who would she even advertise to? Frogs. And toads. The Banshee was a first priority, so we stealthily made our way to the lonesome lagoon with earplugs in our ears. We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies. As we finally approached the lonesome lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths.
and then we heard it. A song filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note.
It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears that wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello.
They said, "Hello, Banshee. I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, baring a row of deathly sharp teeth.
She was very nice, actually. She actually wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along.
Did you?
Of course!
Nice. It was kind of fun.
Oh, I would have
loved to be there.
It was, and I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? So I lit with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right? Oh my lord. He suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger and then just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at the moment. I think without them, my bones might have melted.
It was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest.
Obviously, we couldn't just leave like that, leave it at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruit with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way, right in the middle of a giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within.
There were bones floating in the lagoon too.
I almost brought one for your tavern. Oh, you should. Why didn't you? I thought you would like it. Fable, I love trinkets. I love souvenirs. Give me everything. I love bones. I'll keep that in mind for the future. The Banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Mama, as she calls her. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls. Damn. Ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech McAseen. Oh. She told us it carved a hole in the relationship that caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed that the Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself. But she said that she didn't need to apologize for being scary. Well, makes sense. She was safe when she got to talk about it though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave. Which was really nice of her.
Did you end up taking a nap at her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the death, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall into the call of sleep.
You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find?
Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes.
And a lute! It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. Ooh, that's what you're carrying on your bag. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings.
Melina showed me them in some book the other day, when the wizard and Suffer showed us around his library. It was a mirror of fast speech. It lets you speak to anyone in this plane, given that you've seen them before. So you're called Millie? No. We call them Mary Morgan. Oh yeah, makes sense. That makes more sense. How did it go?
Well, I had to be the one to make the call since Kumo had never met her.
Fair point. I'll see how this situation evolves and resolves in the next episode. It's getting a little long episode, so I'm ending it here. I'll see you around. Bye bye.